service industry, you're servicing people
Yeah.
when you're doing studio time,
Yeah.
and just try to absolutely deliver the best product that you absolutely can
Yeah.
every single day,
Yeah.
and that's hard, and it's always a learning process. I just talked about how 11 years into this,
Yeah.
I've come to the points where I felt like, oh, I know everything,
Hmm.
and then the next day I'm like, oh, ah, that's right, I don't know anything.
Right.
So I'm always driven to learn,
Yeah.
and that's what has kept me going all this time.
That's right.
Because I look at engineers and producers who've been doing this for 5 times longer than
Oh
me,
yeah.
and they're in the same boat. And I'm like,
They're in the
okay,
same boat.
cool.
Yep.
We all have the
Yep.
imposter syndrome,
That's right.
and we
That's
feel
right.
like we need to learn more, and there's
Yep.
new techniques and
Yep.
things to learn from each other.
That's right.
So never feel like you know everything,
Yeah.
and that'll torture you.
That's
Like
right.
I have felt so ashamed delivering a song, right? And then a week later, I'm like, that wasn't a very good mix, actually. I kind of feel bad.
Yeah.
But then I go back at it and I tackle it even better next time. I correct my mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'm always taking the criticism as it should. Like if someone doesn't like their song, I need them to tell me.
That's
and
right.
so that I could like sit on it, reflect on it, meditate on the fact that I made a mistake.
Yeah.
How could I correct it, and how could I serve this person and
Yeah.
serve this song and not serve my ego?
So that's my question to you. Is so two-part question then. First, uh, what is the worst? Well, how do you handle the worst situation, the worst case scenario in the studio where the artist is at a tug of war with you, or the artist is not performing the way that they need to be performing and whatnot? So how do you handle that type of environment right there? How do you handle that?
You have to do it with a lot of grace.
Okay.
Because again, like I said, I work in the service industry.
Yeah.
So it is a spectrum of people, and on this side, you have the people who need your help
Yeah.
to the fullest with
That's right.
every single word, with
Every
single
yeah.
phrase and,
That's
and
right.
direction from beginning to end.
Yeah.
They need you. And then on the other hand, you have the people who have got it down. They've been doing it for a while.
That's right.
They came in here super prepared and
Yeah.
practiced. And then in between, right in the middle,
Yeah.
you have the people who absolutely appreciate the help.
Yeah.
And will love the direction, but they still know what they're doing.
Right. Right.
I would say in an ideal situation,
Yeah.
no such thing, but well, someone will come in, and I think we had a very, very close experience to this. I think if
Oh
not
yeah.
to the T,
Oh, we definitely did.
right?
You definitely helped me
You
in a
came
part.
in super prepared.
Yeah, I
You came in
appreciate
with
that.
your beat ready. You came in practiced,
Yeah.
and I could just tell right out of the gate. I
Yeah.
set up the microphone, I set up the session, we started recording,
That's right.
and you had your structure, everything pretty much ready.
Yeah.
But as you were doing your takes, here I am now listening to your takes.
That's
and
right.
I'm like, hey,
No
you
cap,
could
y'all.
do that better.
Yeah. No cap.
What do you think of this?
Yeah.
And I got to put my ego aside and be like, my ideas are going to
Mhm.
work every single time.
Yeah.
But I would sometimes expect that from an artist to be like, now my ideas are going to work every
Yeah.
single time. Hey, let's try this. It
Yeah.
takes a few seconds. If it doesn't work, scrap it. That's
Yeah.
how I feel.
Oh yeah.
And so if an artist has any idea, anything that they want to try in the song, I say, let's try it. Even if you cannot explain exactly what
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
One of my favorite engineers has this quote. His name is Jason Joshua.
Okay.
He said, if you're in a room, in a studio, and you give an idea out, and they
Mhm.
don't listen to you,
Yeah.
you gotta leave the room.
Wow.
When I
Wow.
heard that, I was like, I gotta put my pride aside, because I could be like, yeah, I've worked on 100,000 songs, and this is your first song, so you better listen to everything that I say.
Yeah.
Not really. It's
Yeah.
like I have learned some great valuable lessons from people's first time being in the studio, from their first song ever,
True.
and
True.
also from people who've made maybe more songs than me. And so it's
Yeah.
cool to have that real authentic collaboration,
Okay.
because ultimately we challenge each other, and we're serving the song in like this really cool way where one person alone could not have done that.
Right.
Right? I could not have rapped like you. I could not have written like you. And
Yeah.
you could not have recorded and engineered and mixed the record.
That's
And
right.
now we come together and boom.
That's right. We
We got
come
something
together.
really cool.
And that's what it's about. It's a 1-2 punch when it comes to the studio sessions. It's a 1-2 punch. You as the artist should be definitely in your element and in your zone to come in and take a lot of a lot of pressure and unnecessary stress away from the engineer so he can focus on what his job needs to be,
Hmm.
you know. So with that said, there are times where have you ever had to actually like take a break and get away from somebody because they were just being very stubborn or whatever? You had to like, hey, literally leave the room, like whoever suggested that to you.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I've had to cancel a few sessions,
yeah,
not
like
necessarily because they weren't performing optimally,
yeah,
but because it just was not the right pairing, right?
okay, yeah, yeah,
I would like to think that I'm very compatible with a lot of
yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
I'm very easygoing. I'm easy to talk to, and I'm very understanding.
You
I'm
are, man.
patient, and I try to be as full of grace as I
Yeah,
possibly can.
it says a
When
lot about that person if you if you had to cut it short with them.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's just not a good environment.
Yeah,
But if someone comes in and they're like, let's say they're not performing as well,
yeah,
man, that's the only time you'll see me be very, very patient because I
yeah,
understand and I can empathize with the person and be like, you know what, like if I don't show them the patience and love that they need right now, they
yeah,
may quit music,
yeah, exactly.
and it could
This
make or break their whole
yeah, this
entire
yeah,
career.
that one situation here in the studio could be that moment, like you said, that'll make or break and really just have them questioning like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, they're paying their money as well. And
absolutely.
and that's the other bummer about it is like, if they're not creating the best product and they're struggling with making the product,
Mm-hmm.
and it's coming from their own pocket, it's really a double-edged sword,
Oh man,
you
I
know.
have this apps, and I don't know if other engineers can relate to this. I feel so bad when someone comes in for a session and
Yeah,
they don't leave with a song. I'm like,
yeah,
oh no, because I've had sessions where someone does have the same amount of time during a session and they leave with maybe multiple songs,
yeah, yeah.
and I have to charge them the exact same.
Oh yeah, you gotta
So I,
yeah.
I just try
Time
to
is
like,
money.
yeah,
Time
the
is
time
money.
is money, and so I
Yeah,
work very
yeah,
hard, but I just try to like encourage people and give them pointers. I'm like, I even have like on my website like a how to prepare for your studio session,
yeah.
and in one of those things is like have your lyrics ready, have your beat ready, prepare your voice, rest your voice,
That's right.
do
That's right.
things that are gonna set you up to succeed
Yeah, absolutely.
because we don't have to like spend extra time
Right.
warming up or spend extra time getting down your lyrics. Sometimes
Right.
we got to change lyrics.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's
Sometimes we
right.
have songwriting sessions.
That's right.
Um,
That's right.
but hey, what is it that you want? Is some people have different expectations. Some people
Right.
expect to have a song produced, written, recorded, mixed, and mastered in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Some people want to do that in 8 hours. And so like,
Exactly.
hey,
Exactly.
I'm very flexible. I'm
Yeah.
very quick. I'm very, very efficient.
Yeah.
And I still offer a good quality,
Right.
but I got to maneuver people
Yeah.
into like, hey, we spent that much time on this song. I think you could do it faster
Yeah.
if you have your lyrics ready.
Yeah.
Hey, if you practice your lyrics
Yeah.
and you even memorize them, you're not even focused on what
That's
it
right.
says. You're focused on how to perform
That's
it.
right. That's right, my man. That is right. Very, very much so true. So I want to make sure, and I want to make sure that I key in on this part though. So have you ever had to like openly just lie to that lie to the artist and just to get through the day or to get the work done? Have you openly had to just lie and be like, okay, yeah, that sounds good, or oh yeah, we'll go with that. I can make this happen, whatever, and just to keep it going, like you said, to speed up the process and get them to where they need to be.
I try my best not to.
Yeah,
I really do
yeah,
because you can ask the majority of my clients. I'm very honest.
yeah,
If you don't give me a good take,
yeah,
I might hurt your feelings a little bit.
yeah,
I might
yeah,
like I'm very
yeah,
I'm very loving, and so
yeah,
I'll tell you in a very kind way.
yeah.
I think you could do it better if
Right,
I've heard you do it better,
right.
right?
But if it's like you're beating a dead horse, that's what I mean. Like if you're beating
Yeah,
a
yeah,
dead
yeah.
horse, then you just kind of say, okay, well, I think we'll take that
We'll
one.
just have to take that,
Yeah,
and it's cool with settling
that's what I'm trying to
because there's
say.
no such thing as perfect.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe that person is in the booth.
yeah,
I do remember this one time. Someone
yeah,
came in, I think 3 hours,
yeah,
and they came in and they recorded. They went through the entire song. Okay,
yeah.
that's very rare for
Right,
people.
right.
Perfectly,
Mm-hmm.
beautifully. I was like, wow.
Okay.
I talked back on the interface. I'm like, hey, dude, that was an amazing take. Would you like to hear it back? He's like,
Yeah.
no, it sucked. I'm like,
Oh wow.
okay, well, cool. I'm like, all right, you could do it better. I
Yeah,
love that you believe in yourself. Let's
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
3 hours later,
It
Same
wasn't.
process. He kept giving me a perfect take after a perfect take.
It couldn't get no better.
It couldn't get any better, but he wanted better,
Yeah.
and he was a little too hard on himself.
Yeah.
And so he was upset. 3 hours over. I'm like, hey, dude, like your session's over. You
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
lot of takes, and I saved
Yeah.
a lot of the really good ones.
Yeah.
And he was just still not
He was
satisfied.
pretty disappointed. He was pretty disappointed. He probably, beat himself up a little bit
Yeah,
more than
but
what he
like
should have.
I guess he didn't want to hear it from me.
Yeah.
He wanted to validate himself, which is fine.
Yeah.
The song is for him ultimately, but I'm not lying to you. If I tell
Okay.
you that is a really good take,
Yeah.
I really like it.
And I
You
know
gotta
this.
impress
I
yourself
know this
sometimes.
about you. I know this about you. That I was just trying to, and I just wanted to be clear. That's why I said this. Like when you feel like you're beating a dead horse. That's why I just wanted. I know how you are. You're honest. You're not. You're not gonna try to push out a product that you're not satisfied with, nor the
Mm-hmm.
artist. But in those situations where you feel like you're beating a dead horse, and it's just constantly like we're not getting to where we need to get to. I got to choose which one's going to be the better take.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's start right here. I think that's good. We can work with this. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Hey,
Yeah.
and if they're not very experienced, then
Yeah.
we got to settle with what that is,
That's
and
right.
hopefully expect a better product the next time, which is where I give them pointers and how they can improve
That's right.
and whatnot. So
That's right.
it's a process
Okay,
every time.
okay, that's good. That's good stuff, man. I definitely had that in my notes, man. As far as what I wanted to ask you about that,
Great
because I know there's some
questions.
tough moments uh, uh, that come about, man, in here, man, where you're just like, man, you're pulling your hair. The artist is pulling their hair, like everyone's under stress. You know what I mean? And I like
Yeah.
the way that you make those, you make the funny little skits and stuff of
Thanks.
how it is in the studio, man, because you actually do show what it really is to for yourself in the seat that you're in right now, the engineer seat, as well as the artist, man, and what it's like when they're in that other room next door and you're in this room and they can't see what's going on and you're making those skits. So that's pretty cool. At first I was kind of when I seen you making these skits, I was kind of like, what is he really like? What's his angle? But I get it
Yeah.
now. I get it
Yeah.
now. You want to show all the elements, whether it's from a funny perspective or not,
Mm-hmm.
to get people to really understand. Where you're coming from and I mean like what you do day in
Mm-hmm.
and day out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I appreciate that. I think the world appreciates that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing that, man. That's good stuff too, those skits.
Will do.
um the other thing I think I wanted to ask was I think it was where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so I wanted to know um what is like the end goal that you see like moving forward? Like where do you want AO Bud to be? You know what I mean? With this has only been 3 years right now. 3 years right here in this house right here. So what is it that you see for AO Bud in studios, um, the home studio stuff, or do you see like a commercial studio thing coming about in the near future or whatever like that? Like where are you trying to go with your business right here with. Because obviously you get a good thing right here. I'm not saying that you don't have a good thing here at home in a home studio. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna get a bigger house and probably have bigger rooms, or you can continue the home studio process, or you're gonna go commercial. Like that's just something that I've thought about, and maybe there's some people that follow you that probably think about that too.
Yeah,
Like
I've had
you
that
know,
question too, and I've given a different answer every single time. I think whatever is in God's will
okay,
for me,
okay,
um, I just like to savor every day as it comes,
okay.
and
Let
and
him
it
lead.
depends on how I'm feeling that day. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So
yeah,
like right now, you got to define success
yeah.
in however you feel, right? So like right now, I feel like success is defined with me having this conversation with you and having this
Okay.
free time to just enjoy the space
Yeah,
and have a break from music
that's right.
and having to have worked on good music this week.
That's
That
right.
is, and
That's right.
being able to pay my bills with it.
Yeah, yeah,
Boom, that's
for sure.
success.
That's the
If
best.
God allows it, um maybe just have a bigger home studio. To me, home
Yeah,
studios
are the best.
are, that's very subjective, but I think they're the best
Yeah,
because it's comfortable,
yeah.
dude.
You have the greats such as Dr. Dre and many more, DJ Khaled and whatnot. These guys have the best studios at home. There's no need for a commercial venue. By no way, shape, or form. There's no need for that.
Yeah.
At home, you can make the best quality product and have the best equipment at home, man. So that's
Yeah.
what I kind of figured that you would keep the home studio feel going, but just a bigger home,
Yeah.
and get into a bigger home and bigger space,
Absolutely.
you
Like
know?
some of the guys that I look up to
Yeah,
have a home studio. Some
yeah,
of them have a commercial studio.
yeah,
The thing about it, and I've had time to think about this, right? I'm like, I had a moment where I wanted to become a studio.
yeah,
I wanted to have a brand.
yeah.
And then I realized, I'm like, you know what? If I have that,
Hmm.
people are going to want to work with the studio and not me.
That's right.
I'm not a studio.
That's
I
right.
am the producer, I'm the engineer, and you get to come into my studio and work on
Right,
music with
right.
me.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
so there's like that different relationship. I've had messages where people are like, "Hey, I want to rent out your studio." I'm like, "Nope,
Right.
this is my
That's
studio,
right. That's
and
right.
and we can work on a record together."
Yeah.
But it's just that those are the projects that I want to take. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it takes a while to get to that point. I think it did for me.
Yeah.
Um, but I value that when I get that phone call of a new artist who wants to work with me. They're like, "Hey, I've heard about you.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard about what you can do."
That's right. That's
Instead
right.
of like, "Hey, I've heard about your studio and what's in your studio,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I like your
You're right.
space."
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. When you got the big pretty establishment, people are more in awe of the establishment and the actual architecture of the establishment. You're so right about that. I never thought about
Yeah.
that.
No,
I
yeah.
never thought about that, man, but you're absolutely right. So yeah, you want to keep it more on the eyes of who you are and what you do and what your craft is, man. And that is an excellent point. I,
Yeah.
I think
I'm
you're
just
right
trying to
on
be
with that.
healthy with it.
Yeah,
Like I'm not that's not from like a prideful point of view.
yeah,
I'm just trying to be protective of like the work that I can do and like with the people that I work
absolutely.
with. Like if someone doesn't want to work with me,
Hmm.
like me,
Yeah,
then they can't just go to another
right,
studio or
right.
another producer and engineer.
Yeah,
I just want to have that relationship
that's right.
with my people, and if most of the time we end up becoming really good friends. You
That's
know
right.
what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
It's like
Uh,
nah, I'm like, hey, what is your studio called? What is this? I'm like, what is it? The
right,
bathroom?
right, right, right. Exactly,
No, this is my
exactly,
studio.
exactly. They just know they come to see Ayo Bud,
That's
and I hear that from Ilms. The artist Ilms, the friend, the homie Ilms. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So like he was one of those guys when I met him through working. We were doing some temp service work, and when I was talking to him, I was like, "Man, what studio you go to?" And he didn't say the studio. He said, "Ayo Bud, man." And I
Yeah.
said, "You know what?" I said, "I just got through leaving that guy, and this was last year, October,
Oh.
going into the end of the year around December when I ran into Ilms for the first time."
Oh wow.
So when I had just got through working with you in October, I ran into Ilms
Wow.
in December of last year, and like I said, what studio you go to? And he said, "Ayo Bud." So your name is coming out and ringing, instead of just saying like Ayo Studios or whatever and stuff
Ayo
like that.
Studios,
Yeah, it's
Bud
Ayo Bud.
Studios.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
Ayo Bud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
That
the guys that I look up to have that home studio,
yeah,
have that like trademark sound that people want to like
yeah,
work with.
yeah.
It's like, hey, have you worked with so and so? Like,
Right.
oh yeah, dude, he's got the studio,
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
studio's got the guy.
That's right. That's right. That's right, man. So it's pretty fascinating to me, man. Being here for only 2 years in Albuquerque in the last year of 2025. Like I said, just kind of getting on the scene and seeing what the entertainment aspect is here in Albuquerque. Learning that through you. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I actually watched Ayo Bud on Instagram first, y'all, and was kind of scoping the landscape out and seeing what was out there. And Ayo Bud was the only one that was out there, and there's a significant reason for that. And it actually benefits him even more because he's very serious, very talented man when it comes to this lane of
Thanks.
engineering and stuff, man. So it fits you and suits you for you to pretty much be the king of this hip hop thing here in the production thing here in Albuquerque, man. You definitely are wearing the crown, man. You're carrying it, man. So remain humble, and definitely you know wear it, man, because you've earned it. This ain't nothing that happened overnight for you. You know what I mean? Like you earned it being in Santa Fe and came down to Albuquerque, and here
Mm-hmm.
you are 3 years later, man, doing even better work,
Thanks.
and everything like that, man. So yeah, you earned it, man. So
Thank
definitely
you.
wear that, man. So I guess the other thing I want to ask you is, you had that wall where you were signing people's names on the
Hmm.
wall. So were you able to still keep that?
It's right behind you, actually.
Right behind me.
Yeah, it's
So
behind the chair you're
it's
sitting at.
behind the chair. Okay,
Yeah.
it's behind the chair that I'm sitting in. The wall, man. So I'm glad you kept that. I was wondering where that was at, because that was in the actual recording booth, where
Gotcha.
we were signing our names, when we come in and stuff, man. If we hadn't signed it already, so
Hmm.
I wanted to know where that was at, man. That's good to know, man. Yeah, keep that, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, keep
I
that,
love
man.
that thing.
And then I guess the only other thing I wanted to say, Ayo Bud, man, is that man, you have definitely um uh, you've definitely impacted me here in Albuquerque. I was kind of hinting at that already, but I want to just go specifically into that right now. Is that you definitely impacted me as an artist, in what it is? Because I've been in so many different places, and I see you as one of those guys and people to look to if I ever, had any type of creativity in the music scene that I wanted to do, in any way, shape, or form. I see you as that guy that I could go to, not just to arrange for, session time and stuff like that there, but to actually just meet me with my creativity. You know what I mean?
Hmm. That's great.
So I definitely,
That's awesome.
definitely, definitely appreciate that, man. I know you're a busy man, and this means so much to me, as I'm sure it's going to mean to you as well, because you're working your platform as well. And I'm at a space right now where the consistency is kicking in with me, and those wheels are turning better now. And I don't know if you've heard through M's or whatnot, but I had some rough moments where, like what you were talking about earlier, to where I was just kind of like, uh, just not sure. Like I knew I was sure, but it's just the struggle of trying to get to where you're going to and working with what you got. That struggle, man. You know what I mean? And that struggle is real. That's what it's gonna be. Nothing happens overnight, and nothing happens. No growth happens without pain. Just like lifting weights and stuff or working out. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to feel some type of pain, some type of, like this doesn't feel good, to actually make it feel good eventually at some point and make it look good, so um yeah, I just wanted to say that, man, that I definitely appreciate you, in the light that you're in right now, in the light that when I first met you, that you were in as well, man. I can see just from that little amount of time, from October of last year to 2 months plus, about 6, 7 months now, I can
Hmm.
see it doesn't even feel like 6 or 7 months. It seems like so much more longer when we actually did what
Oh
we did,
yeah.
So that just goes to show, man, that like we're moving and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And we're moving so fast that it just feels like the time has gone way much further than 7 months.
Hmm. Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. We're doing everything we're supposed to be doing.
Hmm.
We got the gas to the pedal to the gas, man, and we are doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we are going.
There you
So,
go. I
you
mean,
know,
yeah, back in October, you were talking to me about all these
yeah,
plans and what you
yeah,
wanted to do with the YouTube channel.
yeah,
Now to see it happening, I'm
yeah,
like, dude,
yeah.
that's so awesome to see.
Oh
It's
yeah.
inspiring.
Oh
It
yeah.
really is.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man, because it's really the only piece of the recipe that you have is you have to do something. You got to put something out there, no matter what it is. You got to find that little piece of consistency, regardless what it is. It might not be what you would like to put out there and stuff like that there, because you might not have the time to do it. You might be a little wore out, a little wore thin, you know what I mean? Like you said, a
Hmm.
little sleepless or whatever. So, but you got to put something out there for the sake of, I just want people to know I'm still here. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And because there's somebody on the other end that's looking for that. What's he gonna do next? What's Ayo
Exactly.
Bud gonna do next? What's Black Don't Stop gonna do next? You know what I mean? So there's always
Hmm.
somebody that, when you give them that consistency like that, they're kind of looking like, hey, what's gonna happen next? You know what I mean? There's this, and it doesn't matter if it's one or two people. You know what I mean? But there all of those people that are following you, that are there on your platform, they're aware. So if I could do just one thing with you, Ayo Bud, one thing with you right now is I want you to just go ahead and take the people out with the track if you got it, man. If you got that track, if you can pull it up,
Let's
if
see.
you can pull up that Go Power track and
Oh
take them out
yeah.
on that, man. I didn't want to forewarn you about that because I wanted to see, how quick he is with pulling that stuff up.
If I still had it,
I just wanted to see. I know you
go
got it.
ham.
It ain't, I know you keep all of that stuff. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to see how fast you were with
You
pulling that
ready?
stuff up. Yeah,
I'm ready.
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready,
Okay.
man. I'm ready. There it is.
So the story goes,
There it is. Yeah, there it is.
there was this little young lady by the name of Jessie May. And she used to wake me and my two siblings up every weekend at 4 a.m. to go to the laundromat with her.
That's right.
And when she woke us up,
That's right.
we knew it was time to go. I told the bills don't ever stop, the hustle don't ever stop. You're working hard, you know you gotta eat, that won't ever stop. The time always moving like the streets, that'll never stop. I used to be that nigga in the streets, that'll never stop. Now I got a show, let's go, bitch, I'll never stop. This is for you player haters, all you racist motherfuckers. Listen to me, please don't stop. That's what keeps me going. Follow me, it's time for us to go. I'ma take your ass back. They call me black, and this for everybody struggling across the map. You know the Raymond noodles who ain't bought a pack. God damn it, gotta get the plasma. Got a little gas, bruh. Got a Uber lift, still gon' get them kids after school. And you still ain't made dinner.
What the fuck you gonna eat?
Nigga, I'ma bring the heat when it's time to go cook something.
Fake money, make money. It takes money to make money.
I'ma check this really gon' go.
9 to 5, 211. All I need is a 7. That's that white girl.
But that's another day. Glad I found another way.
I still make my own work. Service to the people, bro.
Fucked up, I get you high. You stressed out, I get you high.
You down on your luck?
Guaranteed I'ma get you high.
You motherfuckers still ain't seen the best, cause I keep getting better. Continue going up.
I told the bills don't ever stop.
Yeah.
Hustle don't ever stop. You're working hard, you know you gotta eat. That won't ever stop. The
Time always moving like the streets.
that'll never stop.
I used to be that nigga in the streets.
That'll never stop.
Now I got a show, let's go.
Bitch, I'll never stop.
This is for you player haters.
All you racist motherfuckers,
Listen to me, please don't stop.
keep me going.
Follow me, it's time for us to go.
I'ma take your hand, keep moving.
Even in your sleepwalk,
Cause in them late nights,
I be having deep thoughts.
all I want is money, pay these bills, ride them 4 wheels. Why so much pressure on the man?
And a single mother,
I remember talking to my son, but
sign a prison glass
son, these the consequences
of a nigga living fast.
no more locked doors, maybe joker next Friday. Just need my money now.
I can't wait till next Friday.
Shit, I might be sleeping in my car, wishing on the stars, staying in the motel.
They see me, then they go tell.
You can talk about me, but don't talk about Latanya.
Bitch, I'm a Navy kid, a soldier and a fucking trooper.
Nowadays,
Don't nobody know what the fucking truth is.
I can come from the bottom.
You can rise to the top, all you gotta do is just go like you seen a cop.
Always been the first
And the last nigga on the block.
I told the bills
Yeah.
don't ever stop. The hustle don't ever stop. You
Working hard, you know you gotta eat.
that will never stop. The time always moving like the streets. That'll never stop.
I used to be that nigga in the streets.
That'll never stop.
Now I got a show, let's go.
Bitch, I'll never stop.
This is for you player haters, all you racist motherfuckers.
Listen to me, please don't stop. That's what keeps me going.
Follow me, it's time for us to go.
I'ma take you.
I gotta go.
We gotta go.
I'ma take you where you really need to go.
I gotta go. We gotta go.
Fucking standing still, man, I gotta go.
I gotta go. We gotta go.
Man, my whole life,
I've been on the go. I gotta go. We gotta go. I wanna see the sky like Chicago.
that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man.
That song is
That's
so good.
beautiful, man. Hey, I promise y'all, I did not give him the heads up on, that I wanted to play the Go Power song, getting up out of this situation and whatnot. And he got to it. I just wanted to see how quick he was going to be able to pull it up. And he pulled it up, man, that quick, y'all. You know what I mean? So that right there just lets me know, man, that this is a genuine and authentic dude. This is a genuine and authentic, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like craft that he does, man. He really has a passion for it. And Bud, I just want to tell you, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man, because everything that you just gave the people right now, including myself, because I'm going to be looking back on this, for a long time to come. I'm going to be looking back on this interview, man, because it's a full circle moment for me to be able to, not just be in the booth and 7 months later come over here and interview you, you know what I mean, and give back to you and your platform and what you're doing, you know what I mean, and there's no better gift in the world than to just be able, like you said, man, just take a break from it all and do something different where you actually sitting back celebrating instead of working. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I definitely appreciate you, Bud. This has been a great session. You actually are gonna have probably a 2-part session that I'm gonna make sure that I follow through for tomorrow and Friday. You know what I mean? To really make this interesting. You know what I mean?
Cool.
And
Very smart. Yeah.
yeah, for sure, man. And there's a lot of content right here that has to be, you know what I mean, digested properly. I don't want them to, you know what I mean, take it all in one time and then, make a million different shorts and they still not getting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to definitely make this what it's supposed to be. So right now we're at almost about 55 minutes, and so we're gonna do a quarter for the first part, and then a quarter for Friday for the next part. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
And I'm gonna break down like 3 or 4 shorts, so that people that don't have time to watch the whole quarter, they can still get those shorts in, and they can still kind of understand what they're looking at when they do have time to get
I
get
like
to
how
that
you
quarter.
think.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
perfect.
I'm getting better at this, man. I'm really understanding what
Yeah.
I'm
Now
doing
you're
here. You know
thinking
what I
like a
mean?
content
Yeah,
creator.
yeah, yeah. I'm definitely in that lane, man, where I'm definitely understanding, and that just shows you, man, that like that exercise, it's exercise for you what you do, and it's exercise for what I'm doing. And like you said, we're always learning, we're getting better, and I'm definitely learning and getting better with this here, man. So I thank you again, Ayo Bud.
My pleasure.
Thank you, my man. Thank you so much. Ayo Bud is definitely here. He's definitely here. Gotta give him that dap. That's how we do it in Albuquerque. We gotta always throw that dap in
I
there. You know what
forget.
I mean?
Like no
You
one
know.
else does that.
No one else does that. That's the Albuquerque thing,
It's an
man. You know what I
Albuquerque
mean?
thing.
Like, it's a beautiful thing here, man. It's a beautiful thing. I love the city of Albuquerque. There's stuff, of course, that everyone has their pros and cons about whatever, but at the end of the day, we're always finding the positive, man. We're all about the positive part, and
Yep.
that's what it is, man. And when you stay on the positive side, that's all that matters, man. You know what I mean? Because all that other stuff, that's a different lane. You know what I mean? And that's for them to figure out if that's what they're doing. But over here, Ayo Bud, myself, Black Don't Stop, man, we doing positive things, man. So we just want to thank y'all, man. And we'll catch you with y'all again, man. You know what I'm saying? We out of here, man.
My
Ayo
pleasure.
Bud, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
My pleasure.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's